Oh, but, I mean... That's the deal, though. Delgado, something or another. What was the red thing? Ooh, the lights are better. That mod is better. See, modded Starfield works. It just works. Oh, I'm sorry, guys, but I'm gonna fucking waste you. Look, it was faster. Fuck? What are you talking about? Oh, shit. Look, they're level with me. Nice. Well, that was Lynn. Oh, I thought it was a mob. Oh my god. God damn it! I should have saved the minute the fire stopped. Oh, I'm in. I'm Rusty Spoon. Okay, welcome to the Rusty Spoon. Wipe schedules bi-weekly on Thursdays around 4 p.m. CST. Rates for 5x gathering. Group size is max 8 players. 20 plus custom maps to rotate through, voted on by players. Abandoned player bases. Server's meant to be a challenge, but at the same time not to be too much work. You will find the loot is generous once you get to it. Use kit to get a small head to start to take on use kit to get a small head start to take on the NPCs. Use money you gain on things like... Oh, wait, what? Oh, shit. First of all, save... Abandon player bases, 3 days of not logging in, and purge. ST. Okay, so technically I should live... Well, I don't need to live at Outpost, but... so there's you... Beautiful. It's 7:40 in the morning, which is good. Where am I? I am north at the fishing village. Outpost is way southeast of me, so let's just walk to Outpost, I guess. There is 700 people that have come to this server. I'm seeing turrets? Yeah, turrets. Wow. Look at the design of this PvE base. Jesus. I would leave some way to go out and fill them. Maybe the zombies have guns. Maybe this is the one I originally played on. Rusty Spoon. There's a skill tree and all that. Nice. Mushrooms and XP. Yeah, PvE server with actual people on it. I've never seen that before. I'm getting rads from something. Oh, launch site. Yeah, launch site, huh? Okay, well. Interesting design. Where is... That's a TC... Wow. There's like fans. The hell? There's the bandit camp. By a river. I will check out the bandit camp since it's on the way to the river. Check, check, check. Goddamn robot got me fucking killed. Piece of shit. You blocked me. Ugh. What? What? Wow. Wow. I need to buy to strengthen glass window. I'm just gonna live in a 1x1, or well, a 2x1. I'm gonna stuff it, and when it's completely full of loot and metal and stuff, I will I will no, I'll live in my little 2x1, 2x2, excuse me, that I normally do. Can I freely attack him? Yes, apparently. Oh, wow, I can see his HP bar. That's cool. Ooh, I like that. That's really cool. From range, you can see what their HP is. Why doesn't the normal game have that? The normal game needs that really bad. Oh, I like it. I like this more than Once Human, especially because they can't harass you. Then this becomes like Once Human, kind of. It's better than Once Human. I will stake a massive fucking plot of land right around the outpost area, and I will gamble at the outpost. Kind of want to see that building because it's kind of RP. Wow, what's the highway? There's a highway all around it? Wait, there's a highway that you can ride your motorcycle on. That's so creative. You can just get anywhere on the map, really? Oh, wow. I'm just gonna do a 2x2, a really cool tall one. Yep, I can put turrets all around it at the base. Yep, I'm gonna do just a basic 2x2 design with no doors. I can just freely walk through it. Who's that? Is it a player? Oh, it's a zombie. There's... Oh, that's patrol? Yeah, that's patrol. I might appreciate this more than Once Human. This is called Rusty Spoon. Rusty Spoon. Rusty Spoon. Rusty Spoon. Ooh, I like the health bar. That's not a bad idea. That's probably what I'll do. I like that design. It's yeah, I don't need to be big. But I can. Oh my god. Can you just stack the boxes here, or is he using some trick? Recycle pre-raid. Oh my god. Now it's curious, because how does he do that? Open door, this. So, like, how do you make the garage door clear? How do you do that? Oh, hey, there's a shotgun here. He doesn't care? Okay. Maybe the hammer is hard to get, so I'm just going to take one. Free shotgun is key. That's good. I would need sulfur, but yeah. I mean, I'm one step closer to being able to defend myself. Okay, so these are the guys that I want as neighbors. Their houses look fucking dope. I could just build a stair up that thing under the highway. Like, build a walkway out to it. I like this server. It's not really interested in like, being shitty to you. Oh my god. You don't have to, like, you don't have to do this long before you can build. Wow. Yeah, see, I don't want to build some... See, that guy's, like, practicing his large clan base. But I'm not really too interested in that. I'm interested in a 2x2 design. I will build windows through the whole thing. And I could put strength and glass in, like on the bottom ones, but I will leave the rest of them open so I can just see outside. I see so many interesting designs here. The lack of harassment makes my mind boggle. Like, what the hell? I don't know if I've ever actually played this game. Oh wow. You can move all over the screen. I just sat on the bottom. The Helia J19 has been unlocked. I'm gonna end this because it's taking too long, but it was a fun game. I've never played it before. There, game over. Level 13. Bob the Builder is his name. I beat him on. I beat him on his machine. So how do I leave? Yep, leave. Interesting. Yep, that's about what I'm about to do too. And like this guy, he doesn't seem to need any security at all. If I really look at it. Yeah, like I think I'll just do a 2x2 because it's like the least amount of walking really, and I'll just build it as high as I can go. On metal frames. And I'll do different color lights on each floor. So where am I now? Oh, okay. I like so. I want to see the outpost before I do anything else. So yeah, we go in that direction. Okay. So we saw a lot of bases, and my mind kind of got blown by what these PvE kids are doing. And I'm just like, you know, seeing what they do, see what they're up to. I cannot do anything. God damn. Take the knife out of your hands. I could fight Heli. Here's an interesting base. He wanted to reserve it. There's a player? Yeah, that's a player. I only have to have one door in the base, which is so dope. I'll do windows on the first 2 floors. I'm gonna do an open topped base, but the bottom 2 will be walls. No, they'll be metal shop fronts. I'll run frames. Cooking the metal will not take long. Metal shop fronts on the bottom. Okay, here's the outpost. I mean, yeah, if it stacks, I might as well chop this since I'm standing here. What was that? Was it a jetpack? I think it was a jetpack. It was a jetpack. Ooh, I've never rode a jetpack in Rust before. Damn it, I threw my rock away. Oh well, I don't need it. I like this server. It has piqued my interest. I will build a water base. I will do fishing and such, and I will live here for a time. Mr. Ultra, just another player. What the hell? There are Tommy and SARS here. Tommy SAR. I'm just gonna chuck a bunch of worthless stuff. T2 workbench. Shotgun. Shotgun. Oh my god. It's a King's Ransom in M79s. I love these weapons. And a custom. Oh yeah, that's enough. And then a whole bunch of Tommies. I will leave bone and I don't know. was gonna toss that. Oops. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's a T3 in there. Shit, I'll take it. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. There's no global? Wait. I don't know. Okay, so but I want to see the rest of the outposts. I didn't think I would be strapped up like that, but I was. I was just like instantly strapped up. Let's go see what they sell. Cool. Ooh, cool. Yep. So, yeah, we'll go build now, but I'll need a box. Yeah, I'll have to put down a box, but that's okay. They can't touch that. And then, or no, I can just fill my spare thing with guns. Fucking guns. Nice. So the machines are the same. Wow. There's lots of nice guns here for sale. Cool. Well. Ooh, here's a free bike. Nice. Oh no, it's not mine. Oops. Whack, quack. Oops. Okay, yeah, you know, some personal conveyance would not be bad. Damn, man. So yeah, I want to recycle that stuff, I guess. Yeah, let's see. What else can I do here? I don't think there's much else I can do here without building. I'm gonna need to build, but that's okay. I can build with what I have. Nothing's stopping me. Let's live at the Outpost River. I think that's the dope place to live. Yep, I want to build like him, but yep, small though. Small and visible. The bottom 2 floors will be stone. Right on the water. Oh, I like some of these designs. Look how beautiful this game is. There's like helis flying around and shit. Stuff, people living here. I will make a home here. I don't have the room on. That's okay. Yep. Oh, look, it's beautiful. This guy doesn't do, like, water entries. Oh, cool, I can get a spot by the railroad, too. There's a railroad? There's a railroad that goes all over the fucking map. I want to live by the railroad. Yeah, railroad and trees. Yup. It will have a nice water base. The fuck out there. Yeah, like, that guy probably doesn't care, right? I don't know. I doubt they care. I'll go branch out from the other side. Or, yeah, like, I can do both sides. I can do entry to both sides. I'm going to do entry to both sides. There's nothing stopping me. Well, they might not like that blocking the water. Yeah, they might not like blocking the water at all, actually. I see. So, never mind. I can't block the water. I will extend out to the water within a wall's range. Oh, look, it's a beautiful place. I don't know, like, I don't know. Getting across might be kind of annoying. I would rather live on this side. But getting space that doesn't annoy these guys. I'm much smaller. I'm going to be much smaller than these guys. So I don't know. I can wall off much smaller. Much smaller. Yeah, I want to squeeze in between these guys. I hope they don't care. Maybe I should just do it over there. I don't know. There's... Oh, I'm not at the river. Never mind. I want to do the river. Yeah, I want to do the river. I'm going to go to the river. I don't know. Is this water fresh? Yes, it is. Never mind. So... Never mind. Doesn't matter. It's all fresh. So it's really about, like, being respectful of space. Wow, living at Stone Quarry might... I mean, I don't know. Like, what can I do with that, though? I can't really do anything with it. There's a boat. Oh, yeah. If I wanted to do... Well, yeah, I can just do a boat. I can just do a boat. I'll do 2 gates for a wall, and then use a boat when I need to go to the outpost. There's a boat right the fuck there. I can make fuel, I think. Yeah, I can make fuel. I can make fuel. So, yeah, why not just live across from them? They probably won't care. Okay, I'm gonna RP build, like, right the fuck here where it probably won't bother anybody. And I'll use a boat to get around. And there's lots and lots of ore right here, which is good. So, let's build a beautiful little base here. I want to start it, like, right the fuck here. This is where my wall will be. The gate will be right here. It will go out about 4, 3... Well, we'll go out till it's too deep. Yeah, like, till it's too deep. Yep. And there it is. So, yeah. And so there's my 2x2 base. Or it could be a 3x3. Yeah, is that enough room to walk around? I don't know. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do a 3x3. Yeah, 3x3. No, I can't do 3x3 there, but I can do it here, I think. Yeah. Yeah, and there's my 3x3 design. Cool. So what do we do? We're gonna do we'll start with, well, foundation needs to be stone. So stone. Oh, if the weather is bad, will the water... Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be on the bottom. I want to be up where I can see... I don't... Yeah, the first floor... I think I want the first floor to honestly be... prison cell walls... So, I don't know. Let's see what I can make. Can I make prison? No, but I can probably earn it very easily. Yeah, so I'll just not worry about the base design at all. I'm out of stone already. Yeah, I'm out of stone. So, wood. And then right here we will do a nice... I want prison cell walls for the floors, which kind of sucks. So we'll go frame. Yeah, and that'll be my entry. No. Not frame. Wall. Yeah, now I've kind of screwed up, but that's fine. So there we are. Oh no. Yeah, and then we'll do another one all the way up. And I'll keep the stairs. How high can I build? Jesus Christ. Okay, I run out of support there. That's pretty good, though. nice. So, no, I do want frames here. So what's next? I need to put down a box. I'm just gonna put down a box for a minute. I need stone. Good, there is some. Okay, here's a box. I'm just gonna lock it. Just, you know, by rote, just because out of habit. I don't know if I really need to, but I don't really need too much room, I don't think. I want prison cell fucking walls. Which probably means farming. I want to leave this open here. I want windows here. The rest of it, no, I guess not. The rest of it will be... Wait, I mean, I think windows are good enough. Windows are good enough. Windows are fine, actually. We will do windows. They're like the best. They don't really mess around. Yeah. We'll leave that one open so I can fish. Yep. And, oh, I'll need water access, but I can always expand, I think. Oh, I don't know. Do I? Yeah, I need water access here. Whoa, what the fuck was that? Wow. Fucking sweet looking though when the flame that comes out. Yeah, why not windows? Fuck it. Who cares? Out of wood? Yeah, I'm out of wood. Shit. Oh well, I can just go farm. Wow. This guy did the same exact thing. Prison cells on the bottom. Wait, do prison cells fit in frames? I can't remember. I want the harassment out of Rust, but I don't want, like... Yeah, but I don't want to stop playing the game. I mean, yeah, like, does it matter? I suppose it does, but I don't think I care. I can always solidify everything. Prison cell walls. I mean, do I really need them? I can just post turrets all down this. Like a big fucking line of them. All along the bottom, and I don't need prison cell walls. Fuck it. If anything even remotely comes here. I love this server. I'm glad I found it. I will live here for a time, because I can just go AFK whenever the fuck I want to, without any harassment or anything like that. It doesn't matter. That's what the game should be. Full loot drop is awesome, but that's not what I fell in love with about this game. This game was more about it had the best systems. I don't care about the PvP. It's good that the PvP is good. Like the PvP is good, and there is PvP on this server. I guess I should just farm the stone for the bottom, because it's all like progress towards levels and stuff. Yeah, Prim on a tugboat is nice, but I mean, I know what'll happen. They'll just sink me and break my heart over and over again. Broke my heart over and over again. The harassment will come. The harassment will come, and they will sink me. Where's my phone? What? Oh no, where's my phone? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oops. Oh, zombies! Oh no. What? I'm bleeding, but I'm not poisoned. Okay. Oh god, I don't know if I can do, I don't have the ammo. Fucking zombies. At least they don't have guns. Oh god. I'm just gonna swim and farm over here in the hopes that they like leash. Oh look, if those zombies come right to my door, I'm happy. Oh shit. Fucking... Did they swim? The hell was that? They can, like, walk? Oh, God, go. Fucking annoying. Maybe I should try a shotgun. Do I have rounds? I don't know. Try unloading the ammo and we'll try and kill them. I need the mushrooms where I can get to them. Maybe I should run the outpost. I should have, I killed one. I'm gonna loot him. Oh, look, he dropped lots of good stuff. Oh, look. They drop ammo. That's fucking awesome. I don't want to reload that thing. I have a Tommy in here, don't I? Or a custom? Something, yeah, Tommy here. Tommy. No, I love this server. Wait, Tommy headshot them. Oh, look, they dropped, like, badass loot. Oh, look, it's a coffin. That's very helpful. That's helpful. Oh, I like this server. I like this server. I've never seen them drop good loot before. I think I have to get to building now pretty bad. And get to producing bullets. No, I'll just defend my own base, whatever. I need a wood door. I think I want to bust these. I mean, fuck it. I have high qual, do I? Yeah, fuck it, might as well. And then make a... Cool, first thing I got was a drone. I love drones. So... I'm glad that they dropped pistol bullets, but I wish they dropped more. Oh, here, yeah, cool. If they drop loot, I love this server. No wonder people like this server. They started designing it better. Look, an M39. I'm gonna drop all the 5.56 out. I need to reserve some of these bullets. Yeah, like I need to research like some of these bullets. So definitely make me a box. I'm gonna put the TC super high where they can't reach it. Or well, I need to get up a floor now, I guess. So, oh look, I have a lot of shotgun rounds. Yes. Perfect. I don't have a light source for some reason, which sucks. So I want this to be walls. Oh look, it just locks on its own, yeah. I want this to be walls, because I don't want this to be, like, something that can get through. What do you mean? Okay, well. Oh, code lock secured. It locked code, blah blah, okay. So, I have Tommy. I'm gonna shoot them in their glowing eyes. Oh. Dud. I love this server. This stuff will crumble if I don't get up, though. If I don't get, like, a TC down somewhere, though. I mean, does it matter where the TC is? I can break it. I can break it. Easily break it. Nope. Just need to get this work solidified is all. Yeah. So we'll put you right here for now. What do I care? Yeah, and then here, wood, some stone, and some high qual. Good. 5 days. Perfect. So, okay, good. Yeah, I want walls. Wall, stone, wall. Oh, yeah? Wait, did you auto-upgrade? That seems weird. So now, yeah, now, I don't know about having the base in stone at all. Like, I'm sorry, not about not having walls, like on the bottom at all. I think I want wall on the bottom is the best bet. I really don't see why not. Oh, good, some rows. Wasting time. Can I demolish? No, it's too late. I'm gonna just do solid wall on the bottom, high qual. Wow, Russ hasn't felt this good in a while. I broke, huh? Okay, I'm out of stone, am I? Damn it. No, what am I gonna do for stone? No. No, what am I gonna do? Oh no. Wait, oh, I put stone in the TC, right? Yes, I did. I need a tool. Thank God I did that. So... what's the fastest way to do this? I guess spears. Yeah, like make me spears. Skull spikes. Very spooky. Cool. So I want you to break this with a spear that isn't being made, apparently. You didn't make the spear? Make the spear. Crafting of that item is blocked. You can't make spears. Okay. Well, shit. I guess... oh, I have aggro? Oh god, where is he? Where are you, motherfucker? Have you guys been dudding bombs, and are they just lying here? I've been hearing you chuck bombs in the water. Are they, like, here? Or are they lying on the ground? Because I will recycle them if they are. It was there. I knew it. You fucking asshole. Ouch. Oh, ouch. Go, get out of the water. At least they don't poison you. Oh, I like the combat. It's better than Once Human. Yeah, we're gonna do walls. God damn it, it's taking too long. Reload, damn it. Let's go. The hell is that sound? Oh. It's that thing shooting at me. Don't shoot my thingies. Wood. 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 Nice. Out of wood. Oh, dump all. Nice. Fitz is a good name. Jose Jalapeno. Better get those mushrooms. Oh, I need to get a bag down. I want to seal this. So the stupid ass mob can't get in. I'm okay with it. A little bit safer now. What? No. Damn it. Where is this? Where are these idiots? Ooh, more bullets. Excuse me. Oh, shit, the fuck was that? Ah! There you are. Nice, that shot kills him. I like that. Ooh, I like fighting them. A lot more than other games. I've got a farm mats. So they attack you. Random. I love this server. I think I might like it more than Hardcore Zombies. Hardcore Zombies was so painfully fucking annoying. It made me a stronger player, but it definitely was like really annoying. Oh, I like the 2x. It doesn't, like, waste your time. Sorry, I had to make a phone call there. Oh, yeah, you know, I was going to look for more blood mod, because I like this mod, but I found another cool blood mod, too. What was it? Go back for Starfield Nexus. Looking for blood. Anything blood. Yeah, Cosmic Carnage is super good. We're gonna definitely do this one. Oh, are you aiming at me?
Scared them off, it seems.
No, I don't think we've scared them off. I think there's 50 of them. So. Ooh, what's all that crap? Yeah, save, quit. I like the lumens thing. It fixes the game quite a bit. So yeah, this Carnage mod. You know, I could hear some fucking zombie with his chainsaw. Let's get him lured out of here. Why didn't that... Yeah, why didn't that loot? Why is that not looting? There we go. So, where is... Let's find out what you drop. Oh, look, he drops a lot of cloth, which, I mean, I think is directly scrap. This is the server I've been looking for, I think. It's funny. I thought it would be Prim, but it's not. It's not Prim. Because Prim does not give you PvE like this. Not at all. And that's what I want. Like zombie combat. Where's the zombie at? Are you trapped under here? Is that what's going on? No, you're down in the middle of the fucking river for some reason. You're so annoying. I guess I've got to cross her. They're just going to camp here. I got to kill all 4 of them and I got to cross. Oh, tell me it dudded. It did dud because it landed in water. Give me that thing. It's mine. It's free GP. Should I just use it on them? Who cares? You guys want some, huh? Alright, bring it to the ground. I'm gonna stick the ground and then run. This could be funny. Alright, fuckers, are you trapped down there or what? Did you die? I'll just take the shot since I have it. Yeah. Where are the rest of you? Let's go. Oh god, he's coming. Come. You guys get like stuck? Is that what the problem is? No, he's right here. Look, you dropped the custom and all this crap. You're so annoying. Come here. Maybe I can shoot through and hit them, maybe? If I can get a foothold. Can't see them though. Oh, maybe the shotgun could do it? It's dumb. Fucking annoying, let me up. So God damn it, where are you? I used all of my shocker rounds on these fucking idiots. Why isn't the headshots killing them? So annoying. I don't know. I'll come back later. Maybe I can I swing at them in the water? Yeah, maybe I can swing at them in the water. That guy's swimming fine. Why can't you swim? You're so annoying. Oh, it's not. It's like webbing instead of net. Okay. No, that doesn't work. I don't know what it is. God damn it, that chainsaw is so fucking loud. Maybe I can pick a headshot from way over here, but why won't you get me out of the water? You're so annoying. I don't know. I can't keep dumping ammo into these idiots. Maybe I can bait them out or something. I mean, I don't know. No, I'm gonna try burn it flame rounds. Dumb. Fuck. So annoying. Here, make a... Oh, I didn't loot. I didn't loot. Maybe there's a solution to this problem some in their loot. Oh god, is that patrol? Is it gonna shoot me? I don't have a bag. No, no, don't shoot me. Oh my god, so many problems, even on a PvE server. Let's go. So annoying. Okay, so what do? First, drop in a box. But I wanted to keep those. Let's go try with a shotgun. That'll probably kill them eventually. There, I need those coffins or whatever. Yeah, like a coffin. Yeah, like coffin. for now. There we go. Let's go try with some shotguns. Oh, I have to put my bag down. Did I do that yet? No. Where did I put my bag? Where's my bag? What happened to that fucking bag that I just had? What happened to that fucking bag that I just had? What? Okay, whatever. Where did the clock go? What happened to the clock that I just fucking had? What are you talking about? Oh, did I put it? Oh, here, there we go. Fucking annoying. Alright, let's go see if we can get these fucking zombies with this shotgun, I guess. I want to put a thing like... Oh no, I don't know, it's not enough. I swear to God, this is so annoying. Assholes, they're not moving. These shots are not hitting them. You're so annoying. Please stop running a chainsaw. You're so fucking annoying. Fuck. Why aren't you dead? You're so annoying. I don't have any more rounds. Fucking finally! Jesus Christ, man. This was unacceptable. I'm never swimming them again. But I got a garage door out of it. Nice. Nope, don't die, 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 don't die. This was unacceptable. Why was it like this? Ugh. Fucking half an hour for 4 fucking mobs. I'll tell you why. Piece of shit developers. Across the board. From the pieces of shit who designed the zombies and then stopped there 7 years ago and never thought about it ever again, to the people who are forced to use the zombies who can't get them to deal with water well and all this. Fuck all the developers and their stupid, low IQ, piece of shit, low fidelity asses. Fuck these developers. Oh, I guess you just auto-lock. Yeah, you just auto-lock. Okay, well. No, it just auto-locks. There we go. So... Nice. So now... Okay. Now we're a little bit fucking better. I can fucking relax. Jesus fucking Christ. How long have we been doing this? 13 hours and 47 minutes. That seems pretty good. How much time is in this TC? It's... Oh, this needs metal now, but I don't think I have any metal frags. But we can get some. Or no, I don't have any fuel. I don't have... Oh, I do. Cloth. I have to pee so bad. Okay, make me like fucking, I don't know, 5 furnaces or whatever. Furnaces. Low grade fuel. Never mind. Make low grade fuel is what I'm gonna do. Here we go. Gotta pee. BRB. have the same thing that I had yesterday, which is a bean bowl. good. Ah, had a jalapeno stuffed olive, and now I'm about to have a burrito bowl for dinner. And I found a new server, and everything's good. Everything's looking good to me. So, what do? I make a lot of fuel. 5 furnaces. I'm still making low grade. Stop making low grade. Now I'm level 2. I guess the first skill that I should get is wood cutting. Or I don't know. Yeah, let's do wood cutting. Or I don't know. I don't intend on using a lot of wood. Or mining a lot of material. I think I want... build craft. Crafting speed. 4 points in receiving materials back. That's a good thing. Okay, so furnace eye. I don't really want the water, so we'll put furnaces up here. Or well, these floors I can't really see out. So yep, so let's get some wood. Oh, wood. Wood and sulfur and metal. We'll go 1,000 wood and sulfur and metal. Wherever that metal ore went. Yeah, that metal ore. I need that wood. More metal ore. More bullets. Okay, then we will cook metal and sulfur, and I will eat my dinner. Nice. I can smell my dinner. It smells good. So upgrade for $1,000 for 10x2, 25x. Do I have money? Oh, 25 upgrade for $2,000. Resource output. Smelting speed. Resource output. Fuel emissions. Fuel efficiency. So, okay. I don't know how much money I have, though. Oh, okay. Alright, time for dinner, and I'm going to watch a video, probably the PDF. Let's see. Trump woke Gaza video situation. Dauntless officially dead, and it was murder. Yeah. Landlords are the worst. Nope. Nope. Nope.
Gaza
Nope.
takeover video has sparked everything from backlash and applause to weird looks and even accusations of homoerotic wokeism. Measles.
Homoerotic wokeism. You mean Trump?
Is back in the United States and it just killed a kid in Texas, but don't worry, RFK Jr. says he's on the case. What the hell is and isn't actually in the Trump spending bill that just passed? And we finish out today's show with a positive news story for the first time in weeks. We're talking about all that and much more on today's brand new Philip DeFranco show. You daily dive into the news, how it's being covered, and how people are reacting to it, starting with this. Have you ever found yourself daydreaming of a vacation filled with gold statues of Trump, Elon Musk eating hummus, and propaganda music? Because if so, oh boy, does the President of the United States have an AI video for you. Because last night, Trump posted a video, seemingly of his vision for Gaza, depicting children running out of rubble and into a palm tree-lined resort town, all while this song is playing.
No more tunnels, no more fear. Trump Gaza is finally here. Trump Gaza shining bright, golden future, a brand new life. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza #1. Trump Gaza shining bright, golden future, a brand new life.
Trump Gaza.
The deal is done. Trump Gaza #1.
And if it felt a little bit like sensory overload, it would be hard to blame you. And people have highlighted some of the stranger moments there, like Elon Musk and children dancing in money, bearded belly dancers on the beach, a Trump Gaza tower, shirtless Trump sipping poolside brewskis with Netanyahu, and a massive Trump statue and kid carrying a golden Trump balloon. Like, it's kind of a Mickey Mouse and Disneyland situation. And while some were shocked and disturbed, you had others saying, it's not too surprising because Trump has expressed interest in taking Gaza and turning it into what he called the Riviera of the Middle East, with him previously proposing that the United States would take over the Gaza Strip, a move that would displace the 2 million Palestinians living in the currently war-torn area, though his administration later suggested this would only be temporary. Though obviously, he faced a ton of backlash for suggesting that, with a UN spokesperson, for example, saying that any forced displacement of people is tantamount to ethnic cleansing. So hopping back to the video, it ended up getting a fair share of heat, though tons of people were mocking it, right? Some noting the gender fluidity of the bearded belly dancers and saying that Trump Gaza actually looks woke, with others writing, "Make Gaza great again," with an AI-generated video we didn't watch super carefully before we posted it. But this also, as you had some just genuinely appalled that the President of the United States posted this clip to his social media platforms, with folks saying things like the Trump Gaza video was quite possibly the most disgusting, the most shameful, the most hideous public communication by a U.S. president in living memory, saying it's not just a moral failure, it's a deliberate, calculated display of cruelty. As well as Trump sees Gaza not as a home to millions of human beings, but as an empty plot of land for his next branding project. The lives of Palestinians mean nothing to him. They are simply an obstacle to be bulldozed over for casinos, golf courses, and beachfront resorts. Sick person. And well, of course, with this, there were some that loved the Trump video, right? Seeing it as Trump just doing some epic trolling. There were also some Trump supporters who were condemning it as well, or with seeing comments on Trump's Instagram saying things like, "I voted for you, but what the hell is this?" As well as responses on Truth Social saying, "Bearded belly dancers, you dancing with someone other than your wife? This was weird for me, and I love you, Trump. This should be deleted." With some even speculating, he didn't even post this himself. It must be someone meddling with his account. And well, when the Washington Post asked questions about who produced it and how Trump obtained it, the White House declined to answer, but a spokeswoman did say, President Trump has said Gaza in its current state is uninhabitable for any human being. President Trump is a visionary, and his plan to have the United States involved in Gaza's rebuilding will allow for Palestinians to resettle in new, beautiful communities while improving conditions in the region for generations to come. So there, you had the Post noting again that Trump has given mixed answers on whether or not Palestinians would be allowed to return to and live there after U.S. rebuilding. Yeah, that's the situation, and I'll pass the question off to you. What are your thoughts about the video in question and or our apparent memer-in-chief. But then, next up, we should talk about the sad fact that the United States just had its first death from measles since 2015. Right? And that because back in January, an outbreak was reported in West Texas, which is a rural part of the state, with officials reporting 124 cases across 9 counties as of Tuesday, up from 94 late last week. And that as there were another 9 cases reported so far in eastern New Mexico. And just for some context here, measles is not a fucking joke. Right? It's airborne, extremely contagious, and in severe cases can cause blindness, pneumonia, brain swelling, or even death. And the current figures that we've seen in Texas are that around 18 people have been hospitalized, mostly kids from 5 to 17 years old. And now we have authorities confirming that the person who died was an unvaccinated school-age child at the Covenant Children's Hospital in the city of Lubbock. Now, in case it needs to be said, though, I think that I'm kind of preaching to the choir here. The measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine are both safe and effective according to scientific research, which is why it's required for all kids entering kindergarten and public schools nationwide. But for those in homeschooling or private schools, especially religious ones, that rule doesn't apply. And, it just so happens that West Texas is home to a close-knit Mennonite community. And what we're seeing is that in Gaines County, where the outbreak started, nearly 1 in 5 incoming kindergartners for the 2023-24 school year did not get the vaccine. Right? And that is the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services aims for a vaccination rate of 95%, saying that that's necessary to help prevent outbreaks of this highly contagious disease. So with that said, what we've seen so far is that most of the cases in Texas are in unvaccinated people, or at least people whose vaccination status is unknown, with only 5 cases reported in people who said they had the vaccine. But also, do not mistake this as a localized situation. This is a nationwide threat. Right? Measles cases actually reached a nearly 3-decade high in 2019, and there were several outbreaks just last year, including one in Chicago that infected 60 people, none of which has been helped by the rise of the anti-vax movement in recent years. Right? And so naturally with this, you had a reporter asking Trump and RFK Jr., right, our new health secretary, who said just last month that a panel would investigate the childhood vaccine schedule about the Texas outbreak and the reported death, with Trump then immediately passing the hot potato to RFK, who restated facts that are already known about the outbreak and then added,
"We're watching it. We put out a post on it yesterday, and we're going to continue to follow it."
And so obviously we're going to have to wait to see what happens with this specific outbreak. But you have many concern now that this is kind of just a taste of something that is going to become much more common, especially depending on how RFK Jr. moves forward in his position. Time will tell, and I guess I'll just hope for the best. But then next up, the House just passed a massive budget bill that'll pave the way for major parts of Trump's agenda. But I've also been seeing things both accurately and inaccurately explaining what's actually in this. So we should dive into it. And so to start, this legislation passed with a very narrow margin of 217 to 215, with one Republican joining all Democrats voting against it. But notably, the whole thing almost went off the rails entirely after revolts from the far right-wing faction of the party, which wanted more spending cuts, and more moderate members who were worried that the cuts went too far. In fact, we saw Republican leaders even cancel the vote at one point before changing course minutes later after Democrats had already left for the night, forcing them to rush back in. Ultimately, they pulled it off, and they took a crucial first step in a process known as budget reconciliation, which allows the Senate to bypass the 60-vote filibuster to pass the bill. Though notably the Senate's already passed a competing bill, so now both chambers will have to agree on a unified version. But as far as the contents of the budget bill, right, Mike Johnson's version, the idea here was to pass one enormous package that would allow Congress to pass much of Trump's legislative agenda, or what Trump keeps calling one big, beautiful bill. But a key thing is that in its current form, the legislation is not actually super specific. It's more of an overarching framework, a kind of blueprint. So for example, the proposal includes a general lump sum increase of $300 billion in unspecified funding for border security and defense programs. It would also increase the debt limit, which is the amount of money that the government's authorized to borrow to pay its bills, by $4 trillion. And arguably one of the biggest standouts is it would slash $2 trillion in federal spending over the next decade, in part to help pay for the $4.5 trillion in tax cuts that were also included in this package, with most of that $4.5 trillion going to finance an extension of tax cuts that Trump put in place during his first term that are set to expire this year. With it also being widely reported that Trump has asked Republicans to include new tax policies in whatever version of the bill they finalize, right? And that including ending taxes on tips, Social Security benefits, and overtime wages, as well as increasing the cap on state and local tax deductions. And notably, while the extensions of those existing tax cuts will lower rates for almost all Americans, it's being reported that the wealthiest citizens stand to benefit the most. In fact, according to an analysis by the Center for American Progress, the majority of the tax cuts, nearly 60% or $2.5 trillion, that'll go to the top 10% of taxpayers earning more than $228,000 a year. So there, I think the next stat's even more wild, because a whopping 30% of the cuts, more than $1.24 trillion, That'll go to the top 1% of earners who make more than $743,000 annually. Or to put it another way, a way that I think is easier to understand or consume is that the top 1% of earners will be seeing a tax cut averaging $62,000, which notably is higher than the annual family income for most of the 72 million Americans who have health insurance through Medicaid. And I bring up Medicaid because we've seen many Democrats accusing Republicans of plotting to pay for their tax cuts for the rich by cutting essential programs for low-income Americans like Medicaid and food stamps. So I will say, even some moderate Republicans have raised concerns about cuts to Medicaid and SNAP benefits, though of course they ultimately voted for the bill anyway. Though again, a big key thing here is that could also be because the House spending bill, as is, does not specify exactly what it'll slash from the federal budget as part of the $2 trillion in spending cuts. Instead, it just parses that total out among different House committees and directs them to figure out what to cut. And so with that, what we've seen is that the Energy and Commerce Committee, which notably oversees Medicaid and Medicare, being given the responsibility for the biggest cuts by far. With the spending bill, as is, directing the panel to come up with at least $880 billion to slash, which obviously is nearly half of the total $2 trillion savings that Republicans are requiring under this proposal. With that also being more than double what any other panel is being asked to cut. The second biggest request is at least $330 billion, which will be decided by the Education and Workforce Committee. Then after that, you have the Agriculture Committee, which oversees food stamps and is being asked to cut a minimum of $230 billion, and then another $562 billion in spending reductions. That's going out to a range of various different panels. And with all that said, I do want to note that Trump has previously said that he will not let Congress cut Medicare or Medicaid. And in fact, we saw him double down on that vow in a press conference today.
The spending bill that passed last night aims to cut $2 trillion.
Right.
Can you guarantee that Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security will not be touched?
Yeah, I've said it so many times, you shouldn't be asking me that question. Okay, this will not be read my lips. It won't be read my lips anymore. We're not going to touch it. Now, we are going to look for fraud.
But with that, I'll say despite Trump's promises, it has been widely reported that Republicans are still eyeing cuts to Medicaid as well as food stamps. And this is, it doesn't appear that Trump has made the same promises to protect food stamps, which notably help feed 1 in 8 Americans, which again has fed into the argument and narrative that the GOP is wanting to cut programs for low-income citizens to finance tax cuts for the wealthy. But also a big thing beyond all that is, regardless of Trump's assurances, experts have said that it's virtually mathematically impossible for the Energy and Commerce Committee to actually cut $880 billion without cutting either Medicare or Medicaid. Right? And that because those two programs make up the vast majority of the spending that the panel oversees. And according to the New York Times, even if the committee cuts everything that's not healthcare to $0, it'll still be more than $600 billion short. And this, as they reported, there's really not any wiggle room, saying if the committee can't save at least that much, the entire effort could be imperiled because Republicans passed this bill under the budget reconciliation process to avoid the Senate filibuster. And while other Republican leaders have also echoed Trump's comment about cutting alleged fraud from the public health insurance programs, it's unclear, 1, exactly how much that would save, 2, what they would deem fraud, and 3, would even any of that still be enough? Which is why right now you have people saying that it seems like just one of two things is going to play out. Either Republican lawmakers and the president are going to have to blatantly disregard the promises that Trump made to the public on Medicaid and Medicare, or go back to the drawing board entirely. Because if Republicans want to cut as much as $2 trillion as part of any budget bill, it's going to be hard to do without touching any of the 3 areas that Trump has vowed not to cut. Right? Because together, Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid account for almost half of the total $6.75 trillion that the government spent in the last fiscal year. But this also, as it's unclear if Republicans could get enough support to pass a bill that doesn't include those cuts. That $2 trillion figure, that was only added in the first place in a last-minute amendment to get support from the spending hawks in the party. They'll likely insist on a similar figure to offset the new spending that they oppose, but that will be required for Trump's massive tax cuts as well as his border and defense priorities. And then we'll get to more news in just a moment, but first, let's be real. What's the first thing you notice about people? Right? And I'll tell you what it is for a lot of people. Their smile, and they notice the same about you. Smiles are actually crucial in social interactions, and oral care is key to your overall health. That's where today's sponsor, Guru Nanda, steps in. Right? Guru Nanda follows Ayurvedic principles using natural ingredients that are genuinely beneficial for your mouth. No harsh chemicals, no bleaching agents. And their dual chamber whitening mouthwash is alcohol and fluoride free, packed with hydrogen peroxide and natural essential oils that activate an oxyburst bubble reaction that whitens teeth and freshens breath. And Guru Nanda whitening strips are gentle on teeth, mixing hydrogen peroxide with coconut extracts, and their patented toothbrush has 8,000 plus ultra soft text bristles, perfect for sensitive gums. And finally, their famous coconut mint pulling oil is a natural teeth whitener blending 7 essential oils like peppermint, clove, oregano, and tea tree with vitamins D3, E, and K2 supporting happy gums. I can't imagine getting a better deal for your oral care. For under $40, you're getting naturally, ethically sourced products that whiten without damaging your teeth. So do yourself a favor and grab the Total Smile Makeover Kit today. Just scan the code on screen or head to gurunanda.com/DeFranco and use code DeFranco for 15% off site-wide. Your coffee-stained teeth will thank you. But then, next up, we've got news about how kids these days are so glued to their screen that before they can even learn to walk, they learn to scroll. And one, yes, I'm officially entering my grumpy old man era, and two, that's not the point here. The point is that we got this new report from Common Sense Media, a group that surveys parents about their kids' media consumption, and it's very, very interesting. For example, it's finding that 40% of children have their own tablet by age 2, and that grows to nearly 60% by age 4. But then 25% getting a personal cell phone by the age of 8. With one of the other interesting things being that the last time that they conducted this survey was right before the pandemic. So now, right, we can see how some of the numbers have changed over the past 5 years. But there, surprisingly, what they found is that for children aged 8 and younger, their average reported screen time is basically the same as it was back then, clocking in at around 2.5 hours per day. But one of the important things that has changed is the way that they're spending that time. With, traditional TV viewing declining while short-form algorithm-driven video platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts have grabbed a greater share of kids' attention. And that's in addition to gaming, which young children now spend 65% more time doing than they used to. One of the ways that ends up being really consequential is the report notes that parents tend to have less oversight over that short-form content. What I mean there is, like, for example, it found that over 60% of parents occasionally watch YouTube alongside their kids, but only 17% do the same with TikTok. And of course, we're getting this new information as seemingly there's been this endless stream of research over the past couple of decades showing the different effects screen time has on kids. With, for example, one study last year finding that preschool-age kids logging 75 minutes or more of daily screen time displayed more anger and frustration as they grew older and had trouble regulating emotions. Which then, funny or tragic enough, that often led to parents giving their kids even more screen time, kind of like a digital pacifier, creating a vicious cycle. With us also seeing the Common Sense Media report finding that a quarter of parents use screens to help their child calm down when they're angry or upset. And then, another finding that repeatedly appears in the literature is that parts of the brain associated with reading, language, and decision-making are weaker in kids who have more screen time. Though notably, and this was kind of a shock, there is a solid scientific consensus that kids who watch the PDS, they have bigger, stronger, and more powerful brains, and surprisingly even stronger bodies and possibly spirits. That is, at least to the data that I made up for that previous sentence, but the survey, it actually in reality also reported that about 1 in 5 kids use mobile devices for emotional regulation, meal times, or to fall asleep. And all of this is while the share of kids who read or are read to every day has increased 10 points for those 2 and younger, it has also decreased 10 points for those aged 5 to 8. And so with all of that, there might be some people going, if you're a parent or you're planning to become one someday, what options are you left with? Well, one of the possible answers that we've seen there comes from Jill Murphy, the Chief Content Officer with Common Sense Media, who suggested be actively involved in what your little ones are watching, choose content you can enjoy together, and connect screen time to real-world experiences like acting out stories or discussing characters' feelings. They're adding set clear boundaries around device use, establish tech-free times for meals and bedtime, and remember that media should be just one of many tools for nurturing your child's natural curiosity. But this also, as you have some experts saying, you could just keep your kids away from screens altogether, at least during their early years. With one of the examples there being an expert telling the Today Show last month.
There's so many things we make kids wait to do in our society. We make them wait to drink beer, we make them wait to vote, we make them wait to have a gun. But for some reason, we're not doing the same thing with these very powerful devices that give access to all the contents related to all those things.
You think screen time is the new tobacco?
It's been compared to it, yeah. And actually, parents using cell phones with their kids has been compared to secondhand smoke.
And actually, on that last point, what he's saying is backed by science. Some of the research out there suggests that kids get a lot of their screen time from simply role modeling their parents. With, for example, one study asking parents to rate their agreement with statements such as, when I am with my child, I use a screen-based device on a scale from 1, strongly disagree, to 4, strongly agree. And it found that for each point increase, their children's screen time shot up nearly 40 minutes. And so on that note, you had a professor of pediatrics telling CNN, our actions can speak so loudly that kids can't hear the words we are saying. Practicing what we preach makes all the difference. But of course, with all this, even if you can cut down on your own screen time, cutting down on your children's, it can be harder or easier depending on your circumstances. With there being another finding from the Common Sense Media report that kids from lower income households spend nearly twice as much time with screens as those from higher income households. And at least part of the reason may be that these devices take some of the burden of parenting off parents. With 2/3 telling the survey that they use screen media at least sometimes to occupy their child so they can get things done or take time for themselves. As well as 44% saying, they use it to occupy their child in public, such as at the doctor's office, grocery store, or restaurant. And so with all this, of course, while I'd love to know everyone's thoughts, I am going to specifically here ask the opinions of parents. And having pets, it does not count. You can call them fur babies, I don't care. Just don't realistically compare the two. But then, next up, despite weeks of Trump and Zelensky going after one another, it looks like the United States and Ukraine are about to make a resource deal. Maybe. Right? We kind of touched on some of this last week, but the short version is that Trump claims that Ukraine owes well over $300 billion for aid that it's received and could work out a $500 billion deal for the country's rare minerals to help repay it. Now with that, notably it's been argued that those numbers are super inflated and official U.S. government numbers put the amount under $200 billion. But either way, what we've seen is Ukraine won't recognize the aid as debt and says that doing so would open Pandora's box, and adding today, I will not accept even 10 cents of debt repayment in this deal, otherwise it will be a precedent. But notably, Zelensky was still willing to work out a deal with the hopes of getting some security guarantees from the U.S., with possibilities including U.S. and European troops on the ground to protect the sites, or even NATO membership, although the U.S. has rejected this idea, with Trump even saying today,
So what concessions would you like to see?
Oh, I don't want to tell right now, but I can tell you that NATO you can forget about. I think that's probably the reason the whole thing started.
And instead, you have the U.S. arguing that even having just American economic interests in the country, that's enough to deter any invasions. Now, with that in mind, the question is, well, what is this deal going to be? And honestly, no one is entirely sure of that right now. But what we do know is that yesterday, a draft of the deal was sent to Ukraine, and sometime within the next day, it's supposed to be signed by our Treasury Secretary, followed by his Ukrainian counterpart. And after that, President Zelensky is expected to meet with President Trump in the U.S. to sign the agreement, and you had Trump saying,
I hear that he's coming on Friday. Certainly, it's okay with me if he'd like to, and he would like to sign it together with me, and I understand that's a big deal, very big deal.
Now, as for the actual details, it looks like the demands that Ukraine pay $500 billion to an American-backed fund were dropped. And so instead, Ukraine will reportedly give half of its future revenues from its natural resources to the fund, which is partially meant to rebuild Ukraine. With the U.S.'s interest in the fund said to be the maximum allowed by law, America will also commit to building up Ukraine in the future, and this also notably lacks Trump's demand that Ukraine pay back double for any future aid given. However, and this is a big however, there might be some wrinkles to all this. Ukraine has long demanded that security guarantees were required for any deal. And initial reports about this deal made it seem like those were dropped, with Trump just saying that Ukraine would have the right to fight on with the deal. But then, just as I was preparing this for you, Zelensky came out in a news conference and brought the issue back up, saying, without future security guarantees, we will not have a real ceasefire. And if we don't have it, nothing will work. Nothing will work. With him then going on to say that the deal right now is more of a framework. Now, that said, he does seem flexible about what those guarantees could be, saying it could involve countries other than the United States. But his main point is that a security guarantee is needed somewhere, because Putin doesn't really want to end the war, and Trump will have issues negotiating a peace. So if Zelensky is going to sign over a bunch of Ukrainian resources, he wants to make sure that he'll have the guarantees that he feels will lead to a long-lasting peace. That said, it's also possible that as reporting's coming out, Trump's going to balk at the deal. Or Trump wants to be seen as a keen negotiator, but some experts don't think that the deal will actually add up to a lot of real-world impact. With, for example, ABC News pointing out that Ukrainian officials claim that the deal will only cover natural resources not currently used in Ukraine's budget. So you're talking about the possibility of oil, gas, the majority of its minerals, which is also why we've seen former Swedish Prime Minister Carl Bildt saying that the minerals were a sideshow meant to keep Mr. Trump happy, and that, quote, it is not going to give a lot of money to the U.S., and I don't see it having any materially economic effect for many years. But for now, we'll have to watch this one step at a time and see, one, whether it happens, and two, what that looks like. But then, finally today, and good news meant to cleanse your news palette for the day, we're probably not going to get killed by an asteroid within a decade. As you might recall, asteroid 2024 YR4 was originally found back in December by a telescope in Chile, with it estimated to be somewhere between 130 and 300 feet across. Last month, the International Asteroid Warning Network sent an alert to the astronomical community saying that this asteroid had a greater than 1% chance of hitting Earth in the next 7 years. Then, in the following weeks, that percentage just kept climbing and climbing. It capped out on February 18th at just over 3% chance of hitting us in 2032, which notably is the highest probability NASA has ever recorded for an object of this size, a size that, again, it would wipe out a city if it made contact. And in fact, this asteroid managed to make it up to level 3 on the Torino Impact Hazard Scale, which is a tool used for categorizing potential collisions of space objects with Earth. Right? And so all of that made this the riskiest asteroid on record, and it caused it to go viral. Right? Everywhere online, someone was talking about the chances of this rock hitting Earth and what the impact, pun completely intended, would look like. But here's the thing, apparently, no worries, because now both NASA and the European Space Agency have given the all clear, with NASA now lowering the odds of this asteroid hitting us at 0.0017% and the ESA putting it at 0.001%. So roughly, a 1 in 59,000 chance of impact. So still more likely than you hitting the Powerball numbers, but really, really unlikely. With this, I do want to note that this shift wasn't entirely unexpected. In that, because you had Paul Chodas, director of NASA JPL Center for Near-Earth Object Studies, telling NPR earlier this month that we'd likely see the probability jump up and then fall back down as new observations were made. But those new observations reportedly were not easy to get. Right? In that, because the asteroid has quickly been moving out of range of even the most powerful ground-based telescopes, with its straight line trajectory, meaning that it'll be out of view by April and won't be viewable again until June of 2028. But I do also want to add, it feels like worth mentioning, while the odds for this space rock to hit Earth have dropped dramatically, there's still, right now at least, there's still a 1.7% chance that it could hit the moon. Though I want to stress there that experts say that that is also very likely to drop. But then, finally today, we have a congratulations, and let's talk about yesterday. Starting with congratulations to Evan B., SeatGeek's latest weekly winner, who scored $500 in tickets for a San Jose Sharks game. And for the rest of y'all, that's right, SeatGeek is still giving away $500 in tickets, and you should definitely enter today if you haven't already. Or just imagine being the next winner and snagging $500 towards seeing your favorite artist, sporting event, or play. I mean, y'all, there's over 70,000 events to choose from. All you gotta do is just add code PDS to your SeatGeek app profile for a chance at the weekly $500 prize, no purchase necessary. It's easy, it's a win-win, but that said, let's talk about yesterday in commentary. Right, and in those comments, there was a fair share of conversation around Firefest too, which there's just, I love the timing here. Marketecture is saying, can't wait to use my SeatGeek prize to purchase Fire Festival tickets. Meanwhile, you had others just saying, you know, don't be stupid, saying anyone who buys a ticket to Fire Festival 2 deserves to lose their money. Others just laughing and saying, I love the screenshot of the Fire Festival 2 post where the first comment was simply, aren't you supposed to be in jail? And, you know, I just gotta say, if there is a lesson to be learned from these stories is, you need to be more confident. I know so many smart and qualified people who, because they're smart and qualified, like, self-doubt exists in them because, you know, there's always more to learn. And then at the same time, you see all these grifters and hucksters and just business bullshitters, and, like, they sell it. If your competition out there is just gonna be lying or just believing the most insane shit, the least you could do is believe in yourself a little. You know, prop yourself up a little. I'm not saying say you're 6'7", but, you know, stand on your tippy toes, metaphorically speaking. Also yesterday in those comments, separately, I'll say I appreciated some of the love. Right, Witchnock saying, I appreciate you, Phil, acknowledging that your viewer base just sometimes needs a break from emotions vaguely at the world. Makes me wonder if you are remembering to sometimes find bits of joy in your day-to-day. And Tesseract saying, Phil, I couldn't listen to the news on a regular basis if it wasn't for you. You've been a light in the muck of sensationalized news coverage that plagues our TVs. For those two comments, I'll say a few things. The first being, I definitely do find bits of joy that is largely something I get from my children, which is also a part of, two, me trying to compartmentalize, like, news and the job and then just personal stuff. And again, like I said, that brings me to three, which I mentioned yesterday. I think it is very important to be aware of the news, to activate where you can, because there is so much that it just feels like it's out of our control. But then also making sure where you can, you make room for life and friends and family, and if you do not have certain things, obtaining that. Of course, all of it interacts. And part of the reason I care about the news and talking politics, even though fucking politics is miserable, is because it impacts everyone, not at the same level, right? It's the same storm, different boats. I constantly say you may not fuck with politics, but politics will fuck with you. But it'll also fuck with your kids, your siblings, your parents, your grandparents, your friends, your neighbors. But also with all this, to bring it back to the Philip DeFranco show, where you're getting every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I am going to try more and more, and we did a kind of, sort of today, end on a lighter or human interest piece, or maybe even some good news if it's out there. Because I know the world weighs heavy, and we the people are so over it. But that, my friends, you beautiful bastards, is where your Wednesday evening, Thursday morning dive into the news is going to end. Of course, remember, I've got a brand new show for you every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific right here. And also, follow me on these socials. I'm putting out videos on breaking news here and there. But that said, thank you for watching. I love yo faces, and I'll see you right back here tomorrow.
Okay, what up, friendos? Welcome back. We're talking today about Dauntless yet again, and this time it's because the game's dead. Like, that's it. It's over.
I like
When I
Dauntless,
covered it
though.
last time, we were talking about the fact they just released
It was a good
one of the
free
most
game.
confusing updates ever, and obviously things weren't going well for the studio anyway. We'll get into the context of why that is in a minute. And then now they've just announced, as you can see here, the games, you can't see here because for some reason I have none of my stuff turned on. But this is what they posted, important update, and you'll notice here, I was talking about this when I saw it yesterday to one of my friends. I said, this is just the weirdest closure notice ever. It's 3 sentences, whereas usually when you get a closure notice for a game, it's like at least a few paragraphs, and they're like, oh, thanks for playing, guys. You know, you've been playing our game for a decade or however long it's been, and we've had some good times and everything, but unfortunately this is the way it is. We're shutting down the game. You know, we'll see you on the next one. Catch you on the flip side. This
Bye.
just literally
Right.
says
Let's just
Dauntless
buy.
is shutting
See ya.
down on May 29th, 2025. Dauntless will receive no additional content or updates. The game will no longer be available to play on May 29th, 2025. So, I mean, I guess it's 3 sentences, but one of them is just repetition of the first sentence. So, their way to announce the closure of this game is 2 sentences. So, fuck you for playing the game, I guess. Fuck everybody. And do I think this is what, like, the developers feel like? No, but unfortunately there's no developers left for this game. And if you're not caught up, you know, what is Dauntless? Well, funnily enough, Dauntless was a game that had a lot of promise, because if you look at how crazy successful Monster Hunter is as a game, like, there is no alternative to Monster Hunter. You either play Monster Hunter or you don't play a Monster Hunter game. Like, Dauntless was the only alternative.
Yeah,
and it was
I liked it more.
Game, and it had years and years of opportunity, and they reached, you know, millions of players over the lifespan of the game. They continually updated, and they just fucked it up. And they started fucking up a long time ago when the studio did what studios do, which they're not to blame for technically. They started trying to make other games, which is fine, it's fair enough, right? But the studio was making enough money that it had like over 200 employees at one point. And then the unthinkable happened. In 2023, some cryptocurrency dog shit company shows up, some blockchain company, and I will just say this is the one on Twitter, so at least on Twitter they thank people for being part of the Dauntless journey, which is nice, I guess, to do the bare minimum. But basically, some
Please do not walk in front of me, you fucking idiot.
Oh, we're, you know, blockchain boys hanging out, chilling by the pool, doing what blockchain boys do, ruining everything we fucking touch. And now we're going to touch you, or your company at least. And don't tell anyone that we're buying your company. Here's some NDAs to sign. Now we've bought your company. And the funny thing is I'm fucking thoroughly confused as to what happened here. And if you worked for Dauntless, if you were involved in this in any way, feel free to hit my DMs, my email address, whatever. As a responsible person, I will obviously make sure you exist and you're a real person, unlike some people in YouTube games journalism. And you know, maybe you can get your story out there completely anonymously, of course. But it's very confusing why this company purchased a studio that had like multiple games being developed. One we could definitely call a successful live service game running for a long time called Dauntless, and over 200 employees. And then within months of buying the studio, they closed every other project, fired 160 employees, and then just started asking developers like, oh, how do we put blockchain in this game then? And it's like, what the fuck did you think was going to happen? So obviously when that happened in 2023, and bear in mind, I'm going to sound like a Steam simp or shill here, but I think this is fairly consistently true. Unless you have like a crazy successful game that people will go anywhere to get, you should probably be launching your games on Steam if it's a live service at this point. The only reason not to is because you're allergic to losing that 30% cut that Steam takes. But the idea is if your game's good enough, you'll make more money than that from the additional revenue from all the additional eyeballs and players you get on your game. But for whatever reason, Dauntless never launched on Steam up until 2024, and they launched with the worst patch in the game's history, where you'll see here 21% of reviews are positive, sorry. Every other review is negative. And it's because they launched with a game update that basically killed the game. Like, you've got to understand just how fucked, why is that playing? How fucked the situation is, that this company bought a studio and literally killed it, full to nothing, dead, over the course of 2 years, just destroyed the studio. And it's like, how much money must they have paid for this? It's got to have obviously been in the tens of millions at the minimum to buy a game that, you know, a studio that has hundreds of employees and working on multiple IPs and a successful game that's running to, you know, hundreds of thousands of players. They fucking bought a game and then killed it in 2 years. Like, bought a studio of hundreds of people and killed it in 2 years. And this update that they released, again, game was always going to do worse and worse and worse because there was less people working on the game, and their conditions were obviously really bad because, I mean, all the people they've been working with and the successful company they built was just completely gone, and now they had fucking blockchain boys in the corner, you know, jerking off, asking, how do we blockchain boys? And this is, here you go, there's a quote here. In the time, the new owner reportedly pressed developers to draft methods for integrating blockchain technology in its games for the purpose of buying and selling and trading in-game goods. According to former employees who spoke with game developer, no blockchain games or game mechanics have been publicly revealed by Phoenix Labs. This came out last month, and obviously now we know the game's dead, and that means the studio's dead. So they literally purchased nothing. They purchased a company where they just removed all the assets that would make the company worth any of the money they spent on it. In true crypto bro fashion, by the way. Just, I don't, is this money laundering? Like, what the fuck is this, allegedly? You know, how could you have done this so badly? I'm not saying as well that Dauntless was ever going to be like the greatest game ever or whatever, but we know for a fact that there is an audience for Monster Hunter because the games always do well, and they're, you know, priced at a point that some people who want to play the games probably wouldn't.
Buzzard.
The only alternative ever on the market, it's already there. People already know about it. All you have to do is make the game good, and the game will do well. But obviously they never managed to get there, and then the last few years have been really bad. But as you can see here, they posted on, you know, at the end of January, basically saying, sucks guys, but the majority of our team has been laid off. And then people went into the Discord a couple of days later, and they were just saying, don't use the store, the game's likely dying soon, the game's done. And somebody just responds and says, I don't know what the colors in this mean, I don't know if this is a developer, so, but he does say this, which was true. The latter, we are on our last leg, so that makes me assume it's somebody who's working for the company, one of the last remaining. All of the development team has been laid off, don't spend any real money on Dauntless anymore, only claim the free things from the store, so that's a fucking damning indictment. And then obviously, we are here 27 days later, 26 days later, and we know now it's closed. The interesting thing with stuff like this, with the game closing, a lot of the times the length I was talking about, it's a weird sentence to say, the length I was talking about with the game's closing will typically be like, oh, if you bought something in the store in the last couple of weeks, we'll refund you because we knew the game was closing and we've continued selling you stuff for a game that we're now closing down. And then they'll say like, oh, you know, there'll be a patch we'll put in to make all the store stuff free or very discounted and whatever else to make, you know, have fun for the last couple months, because this game that some of you spend a large chunk of time in over, well, now it's going away, which I'm just going to say, by the way, it does suck. It's always going to suck when games like this close down, because we live at a time where we don't have any protections for, like, you can't just, you know, download something and go run your own private server of games that you've been playing for a long time. There is no, I mean, legally, I don't think even for single-player games there's any law surrounding preserving things like this. And game developers, unless they're really good ones, never release like oh, use this to run a private server.
I'm terrified of this happening to Fallout 76.
Because we're no longer going to be servicing it. They typically just say, game's gone, fucking unlock, thanks for all fish, and that's where it ends. So it is a shame for people that did enjoy this game, but at the same time, the writing's been on the wall for a real long time, especially when they've been doing what they've been doing, because what you've got to understand is they released that update, and that was like their Hail Mary. Almost everybody universally hated this update. Again, you can just look at the reviews. Launching on Steam, they had an opportunity here. You had a chance. They reached 3,000 concurrent players, which is not a crazy sum of people, but if your game's good, that can certainly grow for a live service game. But you can see that immediately people were like, nah bro, this ain't it. And then obviously in game people would have been complaining, all the reviews were complaining. A review score that's that low is certainly not going to coax people to come in. It is what it is. If you get a, you know, mostly negative review score, the chances that somebody continues playing the game or clicks it to download and play, even if it's free, is considerably lower. So they had the chance. It's just interesting they waited so long to release on Steam and did so at the worst stage the game's ever been in. But that's what happens, I guess, when crypto bros buy your company. Your company just dies almost immediately. It should have been known as soon as this happened, but obviously they were telling people you can't talk about it. Here's the NDAs. Now how the fuck do we change some blocks in this bitch? But there we go, guys.
Change some
Red
blocks
to
in this
Dauntless
bitch.
Gone is another live service, free-to-play game. Not the first, certainly won't be the last. Again, if you worked for Phoenix Labs, if you've been involved in this in any way, if you've got a story you want to tell, my DMs are open on everything, my emails. Hit me up and we'll see what we can do. So thanks for watching. That's most of the reason I made this video in the first place, to be honest, because I'm sick, so I don't really want to be doing this. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Click the links in the video description, buy some gamer subs, go support me. Would be really helpful at the moment, since YouTube have been demonetizing my videos on the main channel that I've not posted on since November. Just immediately demonetized my video, copyright claimed the other video. Good times, I guess. I guess I don't need to pay my rent. But actually put in the effort to stop posting videos again, immediately copyright claimed, immediately demonetized. Fucking good to be back. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, guys. Peace.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Coming in and sitting down because today we are talking about landlords. A good portion of you just cried. You threw up. Maybe you pissed your pants a little bit. But we're also going to talk about maybe some little nasty tenants, little parasites called squatters. Some people look at those as freedom fighters. Landlords and squatters, two groups that are constantly at odds with each other, even more than cyclists and car drivers. Not to dig off that pile of worms, right? But a squatter, for people who don't know, is essentially someone who occupies a piece of land that doesn't belong to them. In the process, they can utilize squatters' rights and attempt to permanently take over the property for themselves.
Hello, sir.
You're delusional. You cannot do anything because the police say they will investigate it within a week, so they will come back to us. So as far as that, you have to leave.
Pretty funny if, the landlord is like a slumlord and he's a dickhead. Not so funny if you're just like, this is just some extra revenue for me. This is my grandma's house. Please don't live here. Squatters' rights state that these people may be able to take over a piece of property through adverse possession. They can legally own a property given that they live there for an extended period of time. Upkeep the property, pay taxes, as well as many other stipulations. There are benefits to these laws, like allowing unused properties not to be wasted, especially today, where everyone is encouraged to buy up as much property as you possibly can to get rich, right? That's where the slumlords come from. People price gouging and raising stuff out, gentrification, and pushing people out of areas. At least this way, if it's a shitty building and someone wants to live there, fucking let them live there, dude. Kicking out a squatter can end up becoming a stressful and lengthy legal process. For some landlords that have multiple properties, this drives them banana sandwich.
In 6 months, you haven't paid rent. It's my house.
But that's not to say that we should feel bad for all landlords. God, we should feel bad for barely any landlords, because many of them are downright evil.
A new report shows how much rent prices increased across Los Angeles.
The housing crisis has long been an issue in Los Angeles thanks to expensive rent.
In the wake of two of the most destructive fires in state history, a spike in rent gouging across LA County.
Even this year, it was discovered that LA property owners began spiking up their rent to take advantage of desperate people who just had their homes destroyed in the wildfires.
Gotta get them.
You like that? But landlords have also begun to take to the internet and become influencers themselves. Landlord influencers.
That's what 14,000 is going to get you in San Antonio, Texas. It's a speed tour, so let's take a look. Here we go. We see the big, beautiful yellow door right there. I don't know why they made it yellow, but they did.
Or on TikTok, it's called #PropertyTalk. Nowadays, there are tons of landlord influencers that give us a peek into their day-to-day lives while flexing their wealth and pushing their online courses, because as we know from our boy Andy Elliott, if you're a rich man, you have to put it in a package that people can buy on how they can become a rich man.
I thought about buying one and then realized that's how they make their money.
That's how they become wealthy, is because there's people that I'll teach you the secrets, when really there's probably like a 12-year-old kid from Illinois who uploaded a video that broke down, like how owning property works or something. But ultimately, they want to sell you the idea that you need to buy tons of property and become a landlord to live a good life, to have that secure passive income life, right?
Here's what it takes to have $10,000 a month in passive income.
You know, everybody's spoiled. I've been in business 31 years. I started when it was at 10 and 12%. So literally at 4%, and people are complaining now at 6, you guys are spoiled.
Let the properties work for you. That's what a lot of them say. When this career started taking off, the first thing people were saying is, you gotta get property. You gotta invest into property. Which instead of just being like, why don't you just invest into a home for yourself? They're like, why don't you go in on an apartment complex? And I'm like, what the will I know about doing that? A lot of these people, all of these people that participate in this kind of content are absolute garbage scum. Like my boy Samuel Leeds, a landlord influencer who makes videos like this one where he giddily explains how you can convert multiple rooms in a house, including bathrooms, mind you, into bedrooms in order to hike up the prices astronomically.
This was a bathroom. This was a bathroom. She ripped it out and put a bed in.
You ever walk into a 2-bedroom house and you're just like, this is a studio apartment? My boy Samuel Leeds disagrees. Check this one out.
Right now, I'm standing in Huddersfield. These houses, they rent out for about £1,000 a month. Big houses. However, my friend JL Spoon, how you doing? Hi. We met 6 years ago. I've been mentoring her.
Damn, Sam, you are out of breath. I've been mentoring her.
It's the cocaine and the real
Trying to do more.
Living in Castleford.
Yes, I was.
Filling out hostels.
Now I'm a property millionaire.
Now she's a property millionaire. How? Because she doesn't get £1,000 for this house. She recently bought this house and is renting it out. How come?
Samuel is just also disgusting. Looks like he's made of butter. Doesn't he? This is the kind of guy that I just want to see a video of him. Like, just some guy, it could be anybody, just takes like a metal bat and just hits him over the back of the head, and he's just blind. And he would still talk. He's like, okay, so I'm blind. That doesn't mean that I can't go out and convert these rooms.
I was looking at a house, technically like 6 bedrooms, but 3 of them were in the basement. But they couldn't call them bedrooms because the ceiling was too short.
Yeah, because it would be like a hobbit was living there. Yeah, I've had to rent a house like that before. Like, it's 3 bedrooms, and me and my wife were all excited because we're like, oh, like we can each have like our bedroom, and then you'll have like a little art room, and I'll have an art room. And then like went downstairs, and I was like, this is depressing. And she was like, I'm short, but I'm like, I don't want you to be down here in this hobbit hole. Other influencers will record themselves calling their tenants to reveal that they are massively raising their rent. In this case, from $1,200 to $2,200. Isn't that fun? Isn't that great? I love that I get to watch somebody do this, and they're all giddy doing it.
You're currently rented for $1,100 in that house, and it's in Miami. It's a pretty low price in today's market. I wanted to see if you want to stay there.
Yeah, I was planning on staying coming up
I would want you to stay, but we would have to raise it a little bit.
Okay,
There's houses in that area going for $2,500. You can take the lower end of $22,200.
Are you kidding me? That has to be a joke. $2,500. That's over double my current rent.
I like how also he's adding the emojis, and he's like smiling while doing it, being like, she's like, I can't afford, I've been here 10 years. And he's like,
I'm already working 2 jobs as it is. Where do you want me to go next?
oh, poor bitch. Once again, dude. Ugh. So today I thought we'd look at some particularly wild squatting stories to maybe get the blood boiling in a nice way where you're just like, oh, what? Yeah. Before diving into some of the most insane landlords you've ever seen.
Yeah, right.
Get out of my face.
I'm not gonna move. This is my house.
Cool, this is harassment. Bye.
Oh.
I'm trying to, I don't know, I feel like, are we manipulating people by showing the squatters and then also being like, kill every landlord? I don't know. Both things are interesting. I particularly, if I owned a house and I was just like, yeah, you know what, I got another house, and I found out that the dude was squatting there and he just gets to just take over my property, I don't think I'd enjoy that. But also giggling and calling people on the phone, I'm having to raise your rent.
That guy should be squatted on.
That should be illegal. But first, before we get into the juicy landlord stuff, let's talk about squatter stories. Which we can talk about a squatter who moved into a home and then sold it for £540,000. A squatter from London named Keith Best was doing a painting job in his neighborhood when he spotted a large, broken down, abandoned flat in East London in 1997. The house had belonged to Colin Curtis after it was given to him by his mother Doris when she died. Curtis eventually inherited another property and moved out in 1996, simply abandoning it without ever coming back to check on it. He's just like, I'm just gone. Which maybe that's how they do things, and they do. Okay. Keith slowly began his renovation, sinking £150,000 into the property out of pocket, despite not even owning it. He admitted in an adverse possession claim, but having to do so only weeks after it was criminalized. The Curtis family discovered what he was doing, which began a lengthy legal battle over who owned the property. By the end, Keith had spent £400,000 in legal fees, as well as £245,000 to Doris's granddaughter as compensation. Okay, first off, where the f is he getting this money from? Because Doris was an old retired woman, Keith was under harsh ridicule. He told reporters, "I've been portrayed as a thief who cheated an old man out of his own, but that's not true. The whole thing has been a nightmare. It affected me health. It cost me a lot of money. I never made anything from this, and it's being made out that I robbed a pensioner. I have not made a profit." The negative press led him to losing his job while having to return to court 8 times after failing to settle the dispute with the family peacefully. The stress was so great, according to Keith, that it led to the mental decline and the eventual death to his mother. "It killed me mom. She saw the effect it was having on me. It was awful. I regret the impact it had on my health, and I didn't make any money from this."
He keeps saying that.
He's like, "It killed my mom, and I also didn't make a single dime." It was only in 2014 when the decision to criminalize adverse possession was overruled, and he was finally successful in gaining ownership. That motherfucker was in a 20-year battle. Curtis attempted a counterclaim, but failed and eventually died in 2018. Curtis couldn't even hold it. Keith recently sold the home for £540,000 and retired, now residing in a large home in Essex. "I did not make a dime. Until now." Which also, 540,000 seems like he still didn't. I lost money on it with the court fees and everything else. He just sold it. He's like, even Stevens. He's just waiting for Curtis to die. He's like, "I'm gonna take it to the fucking grave." Or we could talk about a homeowner who was taken to jail. In 2024, a woman from Clayton County was arrested after her home was taken over by alleged squatters. A woman named Hale had one day discovered a woman named Skycatlive Johnson inside her home, but when she called the police, they refused to have her removed. Under the Georgia Squatter Reform Act, she did qualify as a squatter because she was related to the partner of a tenant who was recently evicted from the property. She even had a signed order that denied that she was a squatter. What followed was a several-month-long court case that eventually ended in Hale's favor 3 months later. However, she found herself in more trouble when it was time to reclaim her property. Hale planned to clean up the house now that it would soon belong to her, only to find that the locks were all broken. Soon, Skycatlive and a man she brought with her had forced their way into the home. When cops arrived, they deemed Hale's action as an illegal eviction since she was forcibly removing items that belonged to Skycatlive, even going as far to yell, "Leave before I get my gun." Because Hale had not yet received the proper documents to legally evict a tenant, she was charged with criminal trespassing and a misdemeanor count of terroristic threats. Hale was thrown into a police car and forced to stay the night in prison. Eventually, she was able to successfully reclaim her home.
Gotta be careful. My parents had squatters.
How long did they occupy the house for?
A couple months, because we were in California. Because the thing is the house was actually being foreclosed on. The foreclosure letter got sent to the tenants, and they opened the mail, which is illegal. So then they just decided, we're not gonna pay.
Didn't you say that they left the house in absolute disgust?
That was a different tenant. My parents had 3 houses.
Your parents are slumlords?
Yeah.
Today's video is sponsored by Hungry Root. Have you ever wanted a personal shopper for groceries or a nutritionist nearby telling you what to eat? I know I do. Well, now you can have both with Hungry Root. They make it super easy to eat high-quality, nutritious food and achieve your health goals. If you're looking for anti-inflammatory, gut-friendly, gluten-free, or dairy-free, all you gotta do is let Hungry Root know. They will fill your cart with personalized recommendations that only get better with time. They ask you a bunch of questions like, what do you like to eat? How much do you like to spend per week? And then they can begin recommending things that fit your life. Because when you try and eat healthy, it can be easy to know what to leave out, but sometimes it's just as hard to find what you should be eating. That's why I'm using Hungry Root to help me steer me towards meals that will keep me on my health goals. Hungry Root has over 15,000 recipes to share, so there's something for everyone. Plus, all of Hungry Root's recipes can be made in just 15 minutes or less. Take advantage of this exclusive offer. For a limited time, get 40% off your first box, plus get a free item in every box for life. Click the link below or go to hungryroot.com and use code PAPAMEAT. That's 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life at hungryroot.com with code PAPAMEAT.
Thank you, Hungry Root, for sponsoring the video. Back to the video.
Now let's take a look at one of the most historic cases of squatting, which took place in 1969 in London. Didn't know so many London cases here, huh? A group of organized hippies created the London Street Common after taking over a 100-room mansion at 114 Piccadilly in London's West End. It happened during a time of radical politics fueled by a decade of rock and anti-establishment sentiment. And on top of this, there was a housing shortage after World War II that made it incredibly hard to find shelter. Many of the remaining buildings were left vacant by property owners waiting for its development value to increase. A bunch of broken buildings from the war, and they're just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna leave it. And then whenever it actually starts to spike, that's when I'll start renovating it, and then it'll be worth however much more. The group's reasoning behind this act was to show the world that the city doesn't get to just belong to the rich and in power. Unfortunate, because, yeah, does. I mean, that's just the group stormed the building, put up barricades, and even installed a homemade drawbridge over a dry moat in order to keep unwanted visitors at bay. It was renamed Hippie Dilly. Honestly, dude, creating a drawbridge is sick. I want a drawbridge. What do I have to do to get a drawbridge in my life, dude? Probably can't be that hard to make nowadays, right? You're not a big, crazy one, but just like a little. Get some chain, get some Home Depot or something. Hordes of hippies, drug dealers, runaways, and more began living in the building. It was so populated that they had to host house meetings and give people jobs, like contacting local restaurants and catering companies that were sympathetic to their cause because they need food to also feed all of these people. Basically became a homeless shelter as well. The place became a media sensation to the point where some celebrities would show up, take pictures, and attempt to be seen as hip. Yeah, Mick Jagger with his giant mansion.
Oi, you guys are really giving it to him, eh?
Many were outraged by their actions, and protesters began chanting things like, "Monkeys get back to the zoo." Those who tried to get into the property were met by members of Hell's Angels, who aided them with security to return for housing.
Hell's Angels is in Britain?
I guess, dude. That they fly over with their motorcycles. I like to imagine they're on the inside the plane. We gotta help them, man. They refused to comply with eviction notices, and it only took 3 weeks before the entire mansion was raided by police officers. They gained access by having a few officers trick the security into thinking they wanted to help an ill pregnant woman inside. Classic ruse. Only to send in 200 more officers. There's a pregnant lady in there who needs help. Oh, really? Hippies started chucking iron bars, wooden planks, and other items around the house at the officers, but it was all shut down fairly quickly. There were a few arrests, but a majority of the residents left without pushback. They're just like, just get out of here. Just bloody well get out of this home. This event ignited a squatters movement that continued for many, many years, falling into the 70s, the 80s, y'all. But then we have landlords. Let's just say landlords, yes, they price gouge. There's a lack of human empathy that goes into the business of that. But we can also talk about a landlord who gave its tenants lead poisoning. Yeah. In 2024, pretty recently, a property management company named Lamore rented out apartments in Brooklyn, New York that led to young children getting lead poisoning. Tenants were interested in the property after being lied to about the conditions. Fast forward to when they moved in, and tenants were met with leaks, mold, rodent infestations, elevated levels of lead from the paint, mold again, and water leaks. The pictures are disgusting. And in the end, 130 young children tested positive for elevated blood lead levels since 2012. Apparently, this is one of the many cases where the company had screwed its tenants over with their living conditions, reaching housing violations of over 30,000 people. In court, they were forced to pay $6.5 million in settlements, a relief that is considered historic for a case of this kind. $3 million of that settlement would go directly to the tenants impacted by the poor living conditions. So that's nice. At least there's something, at least it ends on a relatively healthy note. I will say, to be in this position where you're just like, okay, fine, I'll sign the lease. I'll go do it.
Oh my God.
You're just like,
I won the large skill injector. I'm up $1 billion. I got $1 billion off that. Look, I'm at 5.7 right now. I'm just gonna flip right now again the same exact fucking large skill injector. Look. Oh no, I don't know what happened. Oh yeah, I haven't received it. I won the one that mattered. Large skill injectors. Oh my God. They're probably so pissed at me. Vodka's probably so pissed. He's like, what? I lost 600 million. Yeah, you did. I'm posting it right back again. Right back again. You know, with that money, I'm gonna buy order a large skill injector. And see if I can get like bigger money off the buy order, you know. 820. Yeah, since I won it, I'm just gonna buy another one for 820, 200. Since I won that one. $820, 200, yeah, and I'll make like 50 million off of it like that. No, I'll make 250 million off of it. Wait, is something shooting me right now? Oh no, it's lung damage. $820, 200, buy. Yeah, I'll do it. And we'll just post another fucking, I'll post another two. I'm gonna make so much money that I'll just pay for the monthly. Who cares? Just so I can train. I keep winning ships too. Ooh, 2 Master at Arms sold. Nice. They like my ore red salvages. Oh, Eva Elto. Oh no! Come on. Confirm. This is 215.
You and me, friendo. Stick. Hey, I hope it was. Show me, and I'll just take them. Oh, sorry, friendo. It looks like you don't have what I need.
What does he want? He wants, pirate sniper space helmet. Where's that one website I was using? There, here.
You're not having any trouble finding what I need. Well, look, let me take a look. A little banged up. If you ever want. You don't think Wardart is going to crack down? Yes, please. More. Then I will get you the location of these people and their cache of equipment. Thank you. I am looking forward to your return.
Oh, you logged me out? No. Well, I've got time, I think.
You and me, friendo. Stick together and we're going to make it big someday. You'll see. Getting this equipment will be good for you and me. You'll see. Big payouts for everyone involved.
tips. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop here. Ooh, I want another wolf. Nice. So you've been watching Skycat Live. I'm a full-time variety gamer all day, every day. I've been at this for 15 hours. I'm going to bed. I'm gonna make the saves on all the games and everything and bomb out. Wait, no, I want to go to, yeah, like number 1, yeah. Okay, and there's my, cool, my Foshnok Day stuff and got some XP. It's a good way to end it and get a little bit more progress on 76. Okay, and so I am going to bed. Thank you so much, guys. I love you. Just a reminder, you've been watching Skycat Live. I'm a full-time writer, gamer, all day, every day. Put me on in the background. Click on the cat space to donate, or come to my Twitch or my YouTube and give me a like, sub, or a follow. Thank you so much for your time. And I want to say thank you to everybody who give me likes, subs, and follows lately. And so I'm going to bed, and I will be getting up here probably around like 4, 5, 6 in the morning, and I'll be on for all day again. And that's all I have. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for your time, and I'm going to bed. So I will see you in a bit here. And so just a reminder, I have thousands of videos on my YouTube channel, 2,500 videos. And yeah, look, they're all up. They're all doing good. So we're finally caught up, but after being slightly behind after like 2 days. And so today I will upload videos that started at 4:51 in the morning. Yep, and went for 16 hours apparently, or close to it. Let's see, where did my OBS go? Okay, I'm gonna stop this video.